Well, welcome to the very last Q&A for 2024, my December one, and thank you so much to everyone who provided me some questions on Instagram and on my YouTube community page. I do appreciate it, and can you believe it is bloody nearly Christmas and December and the end of 2024? Look, it's been a very fast-paced year, but this is the final hurrah of Q&As, so go grab yourself a drink or coffee or biscuit or packet of Doritos and sit down and, you know, listen to me talk. But firstly, if you are new here, my name is Connor, and on my channel I like to talk about all things luxury, so if that's something you're into, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified when I bring out new videos. And if you are returning, welcome back to my channel. So we'll start with the YouTube community questions, which the only way that you'll be able to see these is if you're subscribed to my channel. But the first one is from Amy Brando. She's asked, I'd rather you just talk to us while driving, that's always a laugh, but let me put in some effort. Do you go out partying a lot, and what bag do you take out, or do you not take out when going to a bar? I know, I really do need to do a driving vlog. It's been a while. I feel like we need like a little Connor and Dale driving vlog moment. I feel like that would be great. But no, Amy, I do not go out partying a lot. Just the sheer thought of the effort to do all of that gets me exhausted. I go out like maybe once or twice a year, and it's normally for my work Christmas party, which has just happened like 2 weeks ago, and I did go out. I normally take my... let me just get it. I normally take my Alpha wearable wallet, Alpha wearable wallet from Louis Vuitton that Meredith got for me. It's in monogram Eclipse. It's just like a little, I guess a wok. It does have a crossbody strap that's just sitting over the other side of the room at the moment. It's got quite a capacious back pocket, and then the front is your, I guess like wok kind of part where you'd put cards and stuff in. It's just like a good easy bag to take out, and generally when I go to, like, I think I've actually taken this my last 3 Christmas parties, because I think the very first one I got this bag like a few weeks before from memory. But yeah, it's just easy. It's canvas, it's dark. I'm normally wearing like darker colored clothes. It just goes, but yeah, I normally take this bad boy. Next question is from Jeanette Freeland. She's asked, have you seen Dale's new house? Why, yes, I have. I have been there twice now, and it is, oh my god, guys, when Dale starts doing more like home content, I'm sure she'll probably do some sort of house tour or something like that. This house is, it's just everything. It's amazing. Yeah. I don't want to give too much away because it's Dale's tea to spill, but it is an amazing house. The whole, everything about it is great. So I'm sure you'll see a lot of videos from Dale when she's styling it up, and she's going to have a lot of fun with it. I am, you know, one of my kind of secret guilty pleasures of shows that I love watching is like Grand Designs and all of those kind of home shows where they do interior decorating or they redesign a house and all of that stuff. I love watching those shows. So I'm very eager to see what Dale's going to do, but the house, look, if she did nothing, it's still amazing. So more to come from Dale on that one. Next question is from Jan Morrow. She's asked, hi Connor, are you planning a trip for 2025? Also, do you enjoy going to the ocean and beaches in Australia? Thanks, Connor. Thanks, Jan. Well, I'm going to Paris in February, so in 2 months, nearly to the day 2 months. So that will be my 2025 trip. I don't think I'll do any other holidays in that year, but I would love to go to Japan in 2026. So that's kind of where I'm thinking, preferably in like, when's the cherry blossom season? Is that like June? I think it's, or May, June maybe, that kind of time. It would be amazing. And do I go to the ocean, or do I enjoy going to the ocean and beaches in Australia? It's one of those things that I don't do often, but every time I go, I'm like, why don't I do this more often? We probably have the world's best beaches, especially in Queensland. There are so many different spots, whether you go right down the southern end of the Gold Coast to like past the Gold Coast, like right down the south near Coolangatta, whether you find a nice place there or you go right up north to Sunshine Coast and find something secluded up there. There's so many different spots, and yeah, we're very lucky, and I think I take it for granted a lot. The next question is from Rosa Hinson. How often and how common is it to see a koala? I don't know if I've ever seen a koala like in the wild. Like I've seen them at the zoo, but I don't know if I've ever seen one because they live like really high up in trees and then they sleep so much. So unless you're kind of like out back trekking, which I'm not going to go on with that one, but yeah, never. I don't think I've ever seen them. And I actually live, there's like a koala like natural sanctuary where they built like this big kind of like koala bridge over the main road so the koalas can like go from forest to forest safely. Like they built like a little ropes course thing for it. So, and I still never see them, but yeah, maybe I'll see them now that I've said this, but yeah, have not seen a koala as of today. Alrighty, the next question is from Jess Westies. She's asked, is there a contemporary brand that you would buy a bag from? Not really. I mean, look, I feel like if I ever saw something from a contemporary brand that wasn't trying to be something it wasn't, like it was a very unique thing, then probably. I do like from Acne Studios, is it Mitsubi bag? Is that what it is? Masubi bag, like with the little things over the side. Like it's not really like something I would want, but I like it for what it is, and there's nothing really else like it. So that sort of thing, but not really. I don't really look at contemporary like brands for that sort of stuff, but look, never say never. Dale has a mulberry bag, so connect the dots there. Next question is from Raindrop Rainer. I'll have her channel linked down below. She said, hi Connor, any holiday traditions? Like how do you usually spend your Christmas? Oh, and do you buy yourself a little something? Christmas, probably the last 3 or 4 years, I've done it just by myself at my house with my dogs. I think last year, was it last year? Yeah, I went over to my friend's house and I cooked dinner for her and her husband. And then the year before, I feel like I did something else, similar sort of thing. But generally, Christmas is by myself. All of my family live interstate or literally in different states. So traveling at Christmas time, I would probably, you know, rather walk on nails, like rusty old nails, than travel at Christmas time. It's a freaking nightmare. So we normally catch up. Like either my mum will come up and visit or one of my brothers will come up and visit in like October, November or whatever. But this year I had to go to a wedding in Western Australia in October, and then the following week I went to Adelaide to see my mum. So we kind of did like an early catch-up thing, but generally it is just me. I like to either like cook myself lunch or watch all the Christmas movies and just relax. And this year I've taken like 2 weeks off work, so it's just going to be like a recharge and spend some time with myself. But I kind of like doing that. It's not really it's more like just my idea of relaxing. So yes, and the second part, do I buy myself a little something? I don't know. I don't think so. Not this year. Like I'm trying to think if I normally do. I think normally I get myself something, but this year I'm not because I'm being disciplined. I'm going to Paris next year, but I do need to get my Louis Vuitton perfume, my Meteor refilled. So if I happen to have it on me and I happen to fall into Louis Vuitton with the empty like bottle, then maybe I could do that for myself. But yeah, nothing so far. Oh, Jess Westy, I missed one of your questions. You also asked, what is the most popular bag / brand you can sign? Definitely the most popular brand would be Louis Vuitton. I probably do the most Louis Vuitton bags. Then it would be Hermes, and then it would be Chanel, or Chanel and Hermes would be equal. I feel like I've sold more Hermes bags this year though. I've got it in a spreadsheet somewhere. I should probably go through it. But the most popular bag, in terms of like the quantity of bags, it would probably be, I feel like it'll be a Chanel Classic Flat this year, like in terms of I've sold the most of that one particular bag, or it would be, I feel like a Louis Vuitton Speedy. I feel like I've sold quite a few of those, but I do actually have it like documented stuff because I need it for bloody tax time. But yeah, I feel like it's one of those. So yeah, nothing groundbreaking, but it's the old faithfuls. Alrighty, I'm going to hop on over to the YouTube questions. Now, I got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 questions, all asking what's my next bag, like what do I have on the wish list. In this year, 2024, I don't want to say I was uninspired by bags, but I really had to make a conscious kind of effort. Like, do I really like this, or do I just like it because it's new and it's whatever? Like, I really thought about stuff a bit more consciously, because I really wanted to, the bags that I do have, I wanted to just enjoy them, and I wanted to like not just add something new in for the sake of it and then not even use the stuff that I do have, because I love all of the stuff that I do have. And realistically, because I work from home so much, I'm not taking a bag out all of the time. I only go into the office at work once a fortnight, so the majority of the time I'm spending it at home, or I'm like going out on the weekends, and I normally will just use the same bag, or depending on what I'm doing, but I'll use the same bag once it's packed and all my stuff's in there for a few weekends. So realistically, I've got more stuff than occasions to wear the stuff out, right? But I just objectively looking at stuff haven't found anything this year. I think the only bag I got was my, can I point this way? That one. Yeah, my Goyard bag, which I got in Singapore, and that was a great purchase. Love it. I've used it a lot. That's probably been the bag I've used the most this year, I would say. I took it when I went over to Adelaide and Western Australia. It was great to travel with. But yeah, in terms of just new bags, I just haven't, something would come out and I'd be like, oh, I love that, but I don't like this part of it or whatever. And like even the new Fendi Monster collection, the bags, I'm like, oh my God, finally, like they brought this back. But then they put like pink, red hardware on it. And I'm like, black bag, yellow eyes with pink, red hardware. Like, why? So like stuff like that where it's just like the three little bears, like just not quite right. So that's kind of where I've been at. I do obviously going to Paris for my 30th, and I do want to get myself something special. But with the same token, I'm not just going to buy something because it's my 30th and I want to get something special. So I've got a few things that I want to look at, but again, there's no parameters. I'm not saying I want this specific one or doing all this research for stuff. I really just don't care. Like if I get something, I get something. If I don't, I don't. The bag from Hermes that I want is the Getter bag. My sales associate here knows that's what I want. One that she did show me that came in, it was not in the color that I wanted, but she more just showed me it so I could try on the bag, and I like the way it is. But it was in like the caramel color, which it looked like baby shit in my opinion. So if I'm in Paris, probably one of those bags would be a lot easier to get. I could even just go to one of the other stores and just ask if I'm getting shoes or something, because it's not a quota bag, maybe, who knows. But again, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I really want to get a petite Mao. I really want some sort of trunk piece from Louis Vuitton, and I would love to get one that is preferably in like the Caron leather, or if there's just a special one that's out in canvas or whatever, just something that I see and I just fall in love with. That's also on the list. I've been looking at those when they come up occasionally, but with those kind of pieces, they're one of those things that the website really, even if you're looking at different countries, Louis Vuitton websites, they don't have a lot of that stuff. It just happens, it's just in the store when you're in there if it's there. So again, I'm not finding an essay and trying to match it all up with all this pressure. It's just not my style. I will just stumble around. And like my Dior bag, oh, it's off camera, but my Dior saddle bag, I think like the day before I was flying out to Paris, I just happened to see it on Instagram, and then I saw it on the website, and I was like, oh cool, well if I see that in Paris, went to Dior, they had the last one. It was just easy. Like I like that sort of shopping. I just don't like, I'm a Pisces, okay? I don't like to plan anything, but I also get sad when stuff doesn't go my way. But that's kind of where I'm at with the bag stuff. Look, something could come up in between that time. There could be, who knows? So I definitely have a budget for something special. But if it doesn't happen, I'm going to Paris. Like, who actually cares? I'll eat my way through the tears. The next question, they said, anonymous, please. They've asked two questions. One of them is, what are your plans for Christmas? Which I've already answered. The second one is, what is a gift you would recommend from each of the luxury houses? I probably should have read through these before I was put on the spot. Probably with, it all comes down to the person, right? You kind of know what someone would like. But if I'm going off just, you know, generic, I would probably get from Louis Vuitton. A lot of their books are really nice. They actually have a lot of not like the city tour guide ones, which are also fun, but they've actually got a lot of like coffee table books with like lots of art from different cities. I think they're like $150 or something, but they're like a good gift because they're probably about this big and they're very substantial, and it's something that a lot of people, you know, everyone loves like a coffee table book or some sort of book, and it's from Louis Vuitton, so it comes in the packaging. They actually do it in this really nice like envelope packaging, because I got it as a gift for someone. And I think stuff like that is like a nice gift where you're not forcing your tastes on someone else, but you're getting them something a little bit luxurious. I definitely think candles from the fashion houses go a long way as well. Obviously everyone has their own smell, but look, I've never been given a candle where I'm like, oh, I really don't like this smell. You can always make it work. And it's more about, yeah, just something that's a little bit luxurious. Hermes have like a lot of homewares as well. But you know, again, you just don't want to get something where you're like enforcing your taste on someone else, but case by case. But I think if you're looking for something, you know, like as a gift for someone, you can find it on the websites. If you like dig deep enough, you'll be able to find something where it's like a tasteful kind of gift. But definitely the books, like that, like anyone wants to give me a little Louis Vuitton book, I'm 30 in February, so, you know, I'm sure you can make it work. The next question is from Francesca_Lux. She's asked, what luxury purchases did you make in 2024? Show and tell, please. Well, Francesca, I actually didn't get a whole heap this year, but what I think I might do is, I've got some clothing and some shoes and stuff that I purchased for Paris next year. So I think I'm going to do like a little, like, this is what I've got and this is what I purchased in the year. I'm not sure how long it'll be, but I think that might be a good idea. So just make sure you're subscribed to see that. Next is from Liv_4. What bag would you steal from Meredith and Dale? Well, Meredith, I was going to steal her petite mount in the blue lizard with the LV kind of, you know, on top of it, but I don't need to steal it because it's legally been left to me in her will. So, heaven forbid anything were to happen to Meredith, there would be a silver lining, and it would be that bag. No Merediths will be harmed in the making of this video. And then for Dale, ooh, I'm probably gonna have to say the green Birkin. Like, I'd make that green work. R.I.P. Dale, but that is got my name on it, and I'll look after it for you very much. Next question is from Raf Mike. He has asked 3 fashion icons you would love to invite to your dinner party. Ooh, the first one would be Donatella Versace, because she is just so unapologetically herself. She's just so Italian, and she'd have the ciggies and she'd be just cackling away, and she's just such a straight shooter, and I feel like she's lived such a colourful life where she's had so much kind of influence from Versace and how she's had to kind of help step in with the company, all of that stuff. I feel like it would be a very interesting woman, and I reckon once she's on the drinks, she'll be spilling all the tea. Next would be Karl Lagerfeld, because for the same sort of reason, where I think once we got some grog into him, the lips would be flowing and would get some tea, and just such an impact in fashion, such an impact on, you know, Chanel and Fendi, and just to see that passion would be very, very interesting. And then the third person, I'm not sure. If I thought about this more, it would probably come to my mind. Probably, oh, I don't know, this is hard. Maybe Sylvia Fenty, so we can ask her to make better men's bags. Alright? Next question is from Baggins McQueen. She's asked, thoughts on the new Lunar New Year stuff coming out? I've actually not seen one Lunar New Year thing, but I do know it is the year of the snake. So that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I've not seen one thing. If you guys have seen anything, pop a link down in the comments below. I'm sure there's going to be lots of like snake charms and lots of python and that sort of thing, which will be very cool to see. But no, I have not seen any, you know, any of that. But if this is the nudge you need to go purchase a python bag, then so be it. You can use the year of the snake as your kind of acceleration for that. But yeah, have not seen anything so far. I'll probably bloody see it all now after I've said this. But yeah, definitely pop links down below. Jesus Denua has asked, are Birkin 25s too petite for guys who are 5'10"? I've never tried. I mean, I think Birkin 25s just in general are very petite. I remember the first time I actually held one in my hands and I was like I could not fit 2 fingers through it. It was like holding like a little toy bag. And I was like, what? How do people carry this? So I just think the proportions on that bag just in general, just small, but like maybe because I'm bigger, it just feels that way. I don't know. I think Birkin 30 or 35s are the ideal sizes depending on what you like, and they always look proportionate. But the 25, it's just such a tiny bag. I don't know. Yeah, I think if you're 5'10", it might be too tiny. Jesus, if that is your real name. It's your birthday soon. Oh my God, I have to say that. The next question is from Sky Run the Show, and she says, have you finished uni for the year? Yes, I have. I ended on a 86, which I believe is a high distinction if I'm not correct. So yeah, I was kind of like chuffed with that. I was like, oh, my hard work paid off. But it was a very intense 6 weeks, but it's kind of good. Like I kind of like doing it all in one, then having a break, doing it all in one, having a break. My next semester starts on the January 13th and it ends on Friday, the 21st of February. And then I fly to Paris like 2 or 3 days after. So it'll be a nice little reward, but yeah, I'm finished for the year. I feel so smart. Next question is from Dales_addiction. I'll have her channel linked down below as well. If you weren't being dollar conscious, which bags would you purchase? The Fendi Bunny Baguette. Oh my God, I think I cannot actually get that Fendi Bunny Baguette out of my head. I think if I see it when I'm in Paris, I might fall in love with it. Even though it's in like that beige color, I can't get it out of my head. But again, like I kind of mentioned before, there's no kind of whimsy, cute, silly bags. Oh, actually, sorry, I lie. I do like the hamster from Loewe. That has also been haunting my dreams. I have a real thing for animals. Like animal bags. I don't know. I just love them. But yeah, besides the hamster bag from Loewe, I just can't think of anything where I've just been hooked. Even like the Murakami stuff, I was just like, I feel like I should like this more, but I don't. Who knows, Dale? Who knows? Next question is Joe XOG. She has asked, can I be like you when I grow up? Oh, Joe, darling, that is not a horse to bet on. Trust me. Don't. You do not want to be like me. I'm an absolute menace. All right, next question is from Blues Luxury. He's asked... I can't even read this without laughing. Thanks for representing us men, the minority who love luxury. I'm a representation of men. I never thought that would be me, but you know. Whoever thought Connor would be in the sentence representing men? Well, here we are. The minority who love luxury. How did you get into it? Look, I was just predispositioned, is that the word? Predispositioned to love luxury in all of its amazingness, and I didn't choose the luxury life, it chose me. Okay, as corny as that is, that's just what's happened, okay? And he's also asked, any advice for a guy who's barely or trying to get into the luxury YouTube space? If you're talking, do you mean like doing a YouTube channel, or do you mean like wanting to just purchase luxury in general? If you're wanting to just purchase luxury in general and you're not sure where to start, where to go, what I would do is think of the things that you already have, like if you've got a wallet or a bag, whether it's for work or whatever, and think about what do you like from the pieces that you do have, and then what is the luxury equivalent that is out there. Have a look at some brands, have a look at some stuff, see what kind of, you know, gets you off, so to speak, and then go from there. And there's going to be a lot of trial and error, but you know, it's better to start somewhere. If you're looking to get into YouTube, what I would do is just get your setup, get your camera, get where you're going to film, have a rough idea of like what you're wanting to talk about, what will be your thing, whether it's reviewing stuff, whether it's doing commentary, whether it's whatever. And then once that has started, you will probably go down other avenues of stuff that you prefer or whatever, but you've always got to start somewhere. And that is it for the last Q&A for 2024. Thank you so much everyone for your questions. Sorry I could not get to all the questions, there were so many, but I do appreciate them, and I do appreciate you guys sticking by my channel throughout this year. Hopefully I'll have some more videos coming out during the week, because, you know, I'm off work, so I've got plenty of time. But yeah, if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you could do so. Hit the bell button as well so you're notified when I bring out new videos, and I'll see you all very shortly in my next video. Bye!